Alright guys, so today I wanted to do a quick tutorial on Tinkercad here. So Tinkercad is just a web-based 3D modeling software that you can use to do simple things. It has its limitations, but I found it pretty handy. I personally have to invert my colors because I have terrible eyes and it makes it easier for me to see. So what I wanted to do here was just show you a quick tutorial on how to add a loop to something. And this is like, let's say you have something that you want to turn into a Christmas ornament. So I'm going to choose a file here. We're going to go to my desktop and we have a horse. Where is the horse? So we got the horse. We're going to go ahead and pull in the horse. And so we want to do millimeters. Yeah, we're not going to worry about the scale, and everything looks okay. Import. So as you can see down here, it says importing. It does take a little bit of time. Now, one of the limitations that the Tinkercad has is that it can only pull in meshes that have 300,000 or less triangles. I don't think STL files tell you how many triangles are in them, but I just kind of did it with the process of trial and error. This just happens to be one of the ones that I was able to import that would actually work. I do have others, like I have a Sonic the Hedgehog mesh that I've printed a couple times and had to turn that into an ornament, but can't import it into here because it has too many triangles. So we're just waiting. There he is. All right, so we got the horse here. Pretty simple horsey guy. So we're gonna add a loop to him right in the middle of his back there to turn him into Christmas ornament. So all we do is we grab the loop here, drag it out onto the plane, and there it is. And then we're gonna kind of move it around. We're gonna want to center it underneath of him, and then we're gonna want to move it up, obviously. Uh-oh, I lost it. It's inside the horse now. I should have kept moving it while I could. Alright. So let's just lift it up far enough that we know it's going to be above the horsey. There we go. And we can go ahead and move it. And then we're going to want to rotate it so it's upright, you know, like a loop should be for a Christmas tree ornament. So it's about in the center of his back there. We're going to go ahead and just lower it down until it looks like it's touching. Does it look like... no, not quite yet. Oh, it's touching. Okay. Now I like it to be a little further in, so I'm going to give him a click. Move it down a little bit more. Alright. And it looks... no, not quite. We're going to move it a bit. So you can use your arrow keys to move. You don't have to use the mouse. And when you rotate, it does change the direction the arrow keys go. So like right now, left and right would move it along his back there. And then up and down moves it obviously the other way. But there you go. You got your loop on your horse. You can adjust certain attributes of the loop. You can make it bigger, smaller. You can make the tube bigger or smaller. I usually just leave it at 2 there. And you can make it, you know, to whatever size you like. But that's how simple it is. You just drag it, put it where you want, and that's it. And when you're done, you hit the export. It's going to give it a funny name when you're finished with it. So like if we hit STL here, it'll download. It says preparing. and download it. And it, like I said, it gives it a funny name. This one's Tremendous Robo Cup, whatever that means. And now we can click on it. I can pull it open in Chitubox here. And as you can see, we now have a horse with a loop. That's not the best job with the loop, but you know. And now we can, oop, haha. So there he is. And then I can just print him out, slice him, print him out. There he's good.